Make sure that Daniel listens to you, though, because, you know, you can get caught up in the moment and lose focus.
All I need is someone to help me set things up.
I thought that's what I was for.
Anyone that thinks Paul's that funny cannot be trusted.
Right? It's not just me. I mean, there's something seriously off with this Dakota.
Mate, I was just joking. I haven't even met her. Why, what makes you think that?
Well, it might be nothing, but I found out that she used to work for this crop bank.
Well, just because someone works at a dodgy place doesn't make them dodgy.
Yeah, it's not just that. She's opening a bar here and she's putting a lot of money into it.
So she's rich and likes to take risk?
Yeah, maybe I've got a bad feeling about it.
Well, if you're really worried, maybe it's something you should go to the AFP about.
You think it's worth pursuing?
When it comes to Paul Robinson and his associates, who knows? So, if you've got someone down there that owes you a favour, I'd say it's time to call it in. See ya. Hey.
Hey. You left early this morning?
Yeah, I went for a run.
I take it you got my text?
That's why I'm here.
Okay, look, this has gone on long enough. We need to sit down with Amber and Daniel and discuss this engagement together.
The engagement's not going to happen.
Well, it already is. And ignoring the problem won't make it go away. That might be your way of dealing with it, but it's not mine.
Do you really think she's even going to listen to us? We're not exactly setting an example of a solid relationship right now.
But we're still her parents. She's got to hear us out. And we need to hear her out as well. Let her know that we're taking her seriously.
Hang on. You don't actually think this is a good idea, do you?
Oh, no, you're not listening to me. It's a tactic. You let them talk, you make them feel like they've been heard, and then you tell them it's not going to happen.
And you think that'll work?
Well, if she sees that we're considering her perspective seriously, and we still think it's a bad idea, she's got to see sense.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Okay, you may look. By the way, nice photograms.
It is. You've done a great job on this E.M. Williams website. Stopped you worrying about that space camp interview, didn't it?
Thank you for reminding me.
Mate, I've no doubt you did a great job. You'll hear soon enough. I'm not sure about this, though. Don't you think the picture could be a little more prominent?
More prominent, Very funny. Did you want to start answering some reader questions?
Oh, maybe later.
Okay, it's just, I mean, there are a few. You've built up quite the backlog.
Why don't you chuck in a few writing tips, eh?
Well, they're not exactly asking about writing. It's more, it's more relationship questions.
People are asking me for relationship advice?
Apparently.
Well, why don't we give them what they want?
Oh, thanks. No, thank you for coming. With so much going on, we haven't had a chance to chat about the engagement.
Well, we did try, but you shut us down.
Yeah, well, we're here now and we are ready to listen.
Oh, great. Well, we've got some wedding plans that we'd love your input on.
We're all ears, aren't we, sweetheart?
Well, we haven't chosen a date yet, but we were thinking sometime after my exams.
As long as that works for you guys.
Isn't that a bit too soon?
Sure, well, maybe we could do it early next year, but the sooner the wedding, the sooner we're married, and that's kind of the point.
No, I meant too soon to get married at all.
I knew it. I knew this was too good to be true. You only asked us here so you could talk us out of it.
Because you're making a mistake. Please, just listen. You think you've got all the answers, that you know what you're getting yourself into, but you don't. Marriage isn't something you decide on a whim.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is coming from the guy who proposed to Mum practically within minutes of meeting her.
That was different.
No, it's not. You just don't want to admit that you're a hypocrite. All of my life, I have heard about this great love story between the two of you. And just because you're having some problems now doesn't mean you can blame it on Daniel and I.
That is not what this is about. We just want you to take some time to work out what you're doing.
Or else what? You'll ban us from getting married?
While you're living under our roof, you'll follow our rules.
Oh, great. I've got a perfect solution. I'm going to move into the penthouse. Not your roof, not your rules. I just don't get it. Why is it so hard for them to be happy for us?
They will come round eventually. And as long as we've got each other, nothing else matters.
What about Paul? Is he okay with the engagement?
Sure. He hasn't really mentioned it, but Uncle P's an old romantic, and he has been in a great mood lately thanks to Dakota.
So do you think he'll be fine with me moving in?
Absolutely. Look, if it'll make you feel better, we can go and talk to him later.
Well, let's go talk to him now.
I've got to do some work at the bar for Dakota, but straight after that, we'll go.
What if he says no?
Then we'll sleep in my car.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
What happened to taking advantage of the quiet house while Nate and I visited Chris?
It was too quiet. I need background noise to concentrate.
Oh, is that right? Sounds like an excuse one of my students would use.
Yeah.
Sure you're not just procrastinating?
Oh, I wish Lou's demanded I have chapter 1 to him by today.
Oh, has he? Hey, do you want me to talk to him? I can get him to push the deadline. He's supposed to be forever in my debt.
Oh, no, that's absolutely fine. No. I'm actually finding this quite energising, you know. It's getting the creative juices flowing again, yes. I'm loving getting into the psychology of the characters a bit more, really getting under their skin, yeah.
Well, as long as you save some of this energy for the real world. Oh, sorry, hang on.
Yeah.
Hello? Just slow down. Paul's doing what with the radio station?
Oh, hang on. What is it, Susan? No, I do not have to justify my business decisions to you. Look, that radio station has had its day, and the building should be used for something that the community really needs. Yeah, I know I made a promise, but things do change, you know. Anyway, this is not my problem. If you've got an issue with council decisions, you take it up with Sue Parker. Bye.
Should I be worried?
Oh, no, that woman's a serial pest. Not happy unless she's got something to grumble about. Don't worry, it'll be something completely new tomorrow.
You don't think she'll pursue it?
Well, there's nothing to pursue. No, look, this is a legitimate business decision, despite what she thinks. There's no skeletons in the closet, so you don't have to worry.
Is that her again?
No, it's Lauren. Oh, that's Daniel's future mother-in-law. Wants to meet up so we can discuss how to put the brakes on her.
Why would you do that? They're young and in love. Don't you remember how that feels?
Yes, I do.
Sorry, I've got to meet Daniel at the bar.
I love the vibe of this place. Do you know what you need? You could get some old lamps from an op shop and maybe use milk crates instead of chairs.
Sure.
Yeah, if I had a bar like this, I'd have different music nights on throughout the week, host a tribal drum night, French hip-hop. You know, just create a nice, relaxed environment for everyone.
Stop! Don't open that.
And you don't know what she did at the bank exactly?
No, it was just a casual conversation. I wasn't trying to interrogate her.
Okay, so how did it come up?
Well, I think she was flirting with me.
And you thought that was sus? Okay, well, thanks for the tip-off. I'll let you know what I find out.
Yeah, and you'll be discreet. I've been burnt by the way the AFP have managed things in the past.
We didn't do a good job on that last operation.
You don't say.
To be honest, I was quite surprised to hear from you. I just assumed that you wouldn't want anything to do with us once we cut you loose.
I had an uneasy feeling that Dakota was up to something, and I know that you guys have the resources.
You miss it, don't you? I'll let you know what I find out.
Well, I think the engagement is complete and utter nonsense, but it's not my place to tell Daniel that.
You're his uncle, of course it is.
Come on, they are just in the foolish stage of young love. Oh, come on, we all remember what that was like. You two worry too much, you know that? Daniel is like that. He's spontaneous. The rush of love will wear off and he'll come to his senses soon enough. It's fine.
Yes, but Amber may not. And the longer this goes on, the more emotionally invested she's going to get. She's already said she's moving into your penthouse.
Since when?
Since she stormed out on our attempt to get them to call it off.
Ah. Maybe I have been a bit soft on him.
Hey, is it safe for me to open this drawer?
I'm sorry about that. I've just got some personal things hidden in there. Shouldn't really be stashing them here, but I never trust hotels.
No, fair enough, I get it.
Sorry, we're not open yet.
Oh, you guys haven't met yet. This is Amber, my fiancée. This is Dakota.
Hi. I just wanted to come and see what you were doing at the radio station. I hope that's okay. Be my guest. It's a pity that the school couldn't find the money to keep this going.
Yeah, hey, maybe I should talk to Paul.
I think Paul's done all he can.
Yeah, and a bar is cool too.
Yeah,
True.
well, it's better than knocking it down for a block of flats. Sweetie, would you mind popping this in the bin outside for me?
Yeah, sure.
Now, I've got to pop out for a bit, and I was wondering if you could stick around. I've got a delivery I'm expecting.
Ooh, do you really want me to have that responsibility?
Well, it's what I expect of my managers.
Manager! What happened to just being a bartender?
Well, hearing your ideas before made me realise that, you know, you've got a real sense of what I'm trying to achieve in this place. Look, I promise I'm not trying to tie you down. I just want someone that's easy to get along with and I can trust when I'm not around.
Okay, does this mean I can host my tribal drumming night?
We'll see.
That's a yes.
How can I make him look at me the way he did when we first met? You know what, Gramps? I'm not entirely sure I'm comfortable hearing all this.
Rubbish. You're a teenage boy starting a new relationship. You should thank your lucky stars you're learning from a man of my experience.
Right. It's just all these people, they're, well, they're old and married and worried about reigniting the spark of young love.
Your point?
Well, Alice and I, it's a recent thing. We're not exactly having spark problems.
Ah, the confidence of youth. You don't think all these couples think they're different too? That you and Alice are in this for the long haul, right?
Oh, well, we haven't really spoken about that.
Listen and learn, sunshine. Dear.
Untouched.
Dear untouched. It is all in the communication.
Communication.
What's the next one say?
That's it. That's your deep insight.
That is what it's all about. Oh, and honesty at that too.
Oh, you just got an email from Karl, and it has an attachment. Something called First Draft.
Oh, never mind about that. I'll deal with that, mate. You run off and apply your romantic lessons to your little girlfriend, eh?
Okay.
Constantine stood a few meters ahead.
Hey! You are looking at the new manager of Dakota's bar.
Congratulations.
I thought you'd be happy.
Maybe we should talk about this another time.
When were you thinking? Tomorrow morning over breakfast? Or maybe the next morning? Or the next? Now that you've decided to move in again. Have you even made sure that she wants to this time?
I'm really sorry. We were going to ask you first.
Oh, really? Well, before or after you moved all your things in?
Paul, what's going on? We need to sit down and discuss this.
No, there is nothing to discuss. Amber can stay one night a week as agreed and no more.
Yeah, of course.
No. Things have changed. Our relationship has changed. We need to have a serious conversation.
How do you expect me to take you seriously when you're both acting like children?
Okay, I get that you get to decide who lives here, but the way you just spoke to us, that was out of line.
Oh, well, I hope you're not expecting an apology.
You know, I thought you were more open-minded than Matt and Lauren, but it turns out you are exactly the same. Amber and I are together, and everyone needs to accept that. Where I am, she's there too.
Hey, how'd it go?
Yeah, fine. She won't be moving in.
Amber, hi. Where are you? You where? She says she's at Daniel's place.
No, I was just at the penthouse. They weren't there.
Yeah, yes, I heard you say you're at Daniel's place, but Paul says you couldn't...
Can I just... Amber, where on earth are you?
You don't even have a tent. Yeah, we don't need one. This gives us better shelter and we're completely mobile.
Oh, it's going to be great getting back to basics. We just figured all the discussions we were having were causing tension about where we're going to live, so we didn't want to start our marriage off with these bad vibes.
Oh, really? That's what you thought?
We wanted to come up with a solution that works for everybody.
A solution, that's what you call this. See, I'd call it running away.
No, we're still here. We won't be going anywhere, will we? Look, this is how it's going to be from now on. And if an obstacle comes up, we'll find a way to navigate around it. If you're not going to support us, we'll find a way to manage.
But we would really love it if you did support us.
Who's up for tea?
Oh, me.
Yep. Paul?
That's some of my best work.
Then you need to dig deeper. This waffle just won't cut it.
What?
Well, mate, it's turgid, it's cliche-written, and worst of all, it's boring.
Since when do you get to criticise my writing?
Since it goes out under my name.
No, it goes out under the name E.M. Williams.
Everyone knows that's a nom de plume. Now listen, Lou Carpenter is booked to appear at an upcoming writers' festival, and he will be sued unless you finish this on time. So fix this codswallop and don't embarrass me.
If Lou Carpenter's appearing at the Writers' Festival, then Lou Carpenter can write it.
You want me to write it? Certainly. I have this wonderful story idea.
Yeah?
It's about a highly respected couple and their secret blue box.
I think I'm gonna have to downsize.
It's actually not that hard. You just need to change your mindset. I culled a whole heap of stuff when I moved out of home. Now, everything I need is in this car.
Really?
Really. All we need is each other. You know, when your dad accused me of proposing to you on a whim...
Don't even listen to what Dad says.
Well, no, he's right. It was a whim. But to him, that's a bad thing. He needs stuff to be thought through, analysed, whereas I think a whim is what you should listen to. It's your heart speaking. In that moment, when I thought the worst was going to happen, my heart told me to commit to you. I know the decision was quick, but the commitment's permanent.
I should have done this ages ago. I don't want to hide it anymore.
You're okay staying in my car, even if it is for a while?
I have everything I need right here.
Amber is goading us, that is all.
She looked happy. They both did.
In his car, they are not going to last 2 nights.
Ah, hope you're right.
Living in close quarters like that, they are going to drive each other crazy.
Yeah, or it could push them closer together. Do you remember the night I joined you on the stakeout? You remember the demolition job you had to set up overnight to keep the protesters out?
Oh, yeah.
You and me in the divvy van.
I broke a lot of rules that night. And a few laws.
Well, only in some states.
No, I can't.
Matt.
All those memories are tainted now. You just lost Brad's baby.
I thought we'd worked through that months ago, and you're supportive.
That was before.
Before I made one stupid mistake in Adelaide, and now Therese is painting it like it's some 20-year mission.
I never said I agreed with her.
You never said you trust me.
I
either.
want to. I can't just say, I forgive you and go back. I'm sorry.
Well, that was quick, Greta.
As soon as I put her name into the database, the flags came up.
So I was right. She's up to something.
Well, you can leave the job, but the instincts never leave you. She is definitely involved in some illegal stuff. It started in Brazil. She's been moving all over the place since then.
What exactly are we talking about?
I can't say for sure. We've got some theories based on known associates, but nothing's stuck. She's just managed to keep herself at arm's length, which is where we thought you could help. You said she was flirting with you.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, let's just assume that she was. Do you think you could get closer to her?
Yeah, I'm not a cop anymore, so...
But you miss it. And if you didn't, you wouldn't have brought this to me. Look, if she catches wind that we're sniffing around, she's going to be on the next plane out of here.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
All right, it's up to you. But we really could use your help.